Welcome to DIYEasyCrafts.com, how to easily etch any logo or design into glass. Now we're going to use a two-part process. We're going to use a Dremel grinder with a diamond bit to etch the outline of the logo, and then we're going to use a chemical etching cream to create the matte finish on the inside of the logo. Very easy to do. You don't have to be an artist. I started by downloading a sketch that I wanted off of the internet, and I sized it on my computer and printed it out. And then I just taped it on the inside of a glass with a little Scotch tape. Of course, you tape it right into position. The first step in this process is to use a Dremel grinder with a small diamond bit. And we're just going to outline the logo. You don't want to make these cuts too deep. You just want to scratch the surface of the glass so that once you remove that sketch, that paper sketch, you can see the outside diameter or perimeter of the logo that you're going to create. And this is not difficult at all. It takes a little bit of time, but it's not difficult. Once the outline is finished, you can remove that paper logo, but sometimes before you do so, it's nice to use a Sharpie, like a black Sharpie, just to add whatever other details you're going to still want to etch into that logo. And this way, you can see them on the glass and continue to etch without that printed sketch in place. Now, when looking through this clear glass, it's sometimes a little difficult to see the logo. You can put a dark cloth, or I just used a black plastic bag, and sometimes that makes it a little easier to see the logo while you're working on it. Now, once the paper is removed and you can see that logo design a little bit better, you can go back to the Dremel and just kind of reinforce all of those lines. Make them a little bit broader. You can add some detail lines at this time. And you just want to finish up that outside diameter and of course the main outline of whatever logo it is that you're creating. And again, this process takes a little bit of time, but it's not difficult at all. You're really just tracing. And there you see the finished logo outlined. Now we're going to move to a chemical etching cream. This one is called Armor Etch. I got it down at the local arts and crafts store. And I'm just going to use a small paintbrush to paint this etching cream onto the inside of the logo. You're basically going to paint whatever surfaces you want to have a matte finish. You have to be a little careful to stay within the lines, but it really is quite easy because each one of those lines is actually a groove created by the Dremel grinder. Takes a few minutes, just very, very carefully get that etching cream on every part of the logo that you want to have a matte finish. One thing you want to remember is you really want a thick coating of this etching cream so that you are sure that you completely end up with a nice uniform matte finish on the entire inside of the logo. I went back at least twice and gave it a nice thick coating of that etching cream, and then I actually left it in position for close to half an hour before I washed it off. So you set that aside. Once all of the etching cream is in position, let it sit for a half hour or so, and then you can just wash this off with plenty of fresh water. It takes a couple minutes to get that fresh water off. The etching cream kind of gets caked on there a little bit. But now you have an outlined logo that also has a matte finish on the inside. The last step in this process is to go back to the Dremel grinder and add a little bit more detail. You can make the outside lines a little bit thicker. You can add some detail lines onto the inside matte finish, however you want to do it. Whatever the logo calls for, whatever the design, of course, calls for. So very easy, simple way of etching glass with a combination of techniques, not only using a Dremel grinder, but also using a chemical etching cream. And you can add as much or as little detail as you desire. Please check us out on the web at DIYEasyCrafts.com. Be sure to check out our other how-to videos. And if you like this video, I ask that you please subscribe to this YouTube channel.